ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
The Flying Circus started back in 1970. It lasted about 2 years. They had problems with maintenance of the aircraft. Guys lost interest after a while, and they were ready to sell the land. And realizing the place was going to be sold, we banded together and bought the property and became more or less the new Flying Circus.
Look at that, no parachute, hanging under the wing by his ankles.
I came to see the show back in 2004, and at that time I never heard of wing walking or barnstorming. So when I saw it, it was captivating to me. That kind of blew my mind. I was like, wow, you know, that would be a pretty cool ride. I'd love to try that. So I did, and here I am 7 years later.
Barnstormers were a group of guys after World War I that they wanted to make a living flying. They'd put on a short show, and then before or after that show, they'd give rides. And the weather got bad, they'd wind up in a barn during the storm. So they're barnstormers.
Climbing over the wires, no parachute, no restraining devices at all.
We wanted to recreate that.
We actually do authentic wing walking.
Unbelievable.
And we recreate the barnstorming era.
It's the love of flying, it's being a part of something. The people that we meet and the fun we have. We're a volunteer organization, so we're not getting paid.
When I'm on the wing, I'm like floating, I'm free. It's a feeling like no other. Thrill seeker? I don't know, I guess it's just basically who I am. I don't really think about it being different or crazy. It's just something I love to do.
So Much Comfort is the only organization creating adaptive clothing for wounded warriors. TBD segment producer Hillary Esquina takes a closer look behind the seams.
I'm an ambassador for the aeromedical facility here at Andrews Air Force Base, and I bring clothes to the troops coming in. One of the things that we do is make sure that if they need adapted clothing, we have it here.
Any wounded service member that comes in here can come in and get what they need so that they have it free of charge, so that they don't have to sit in their hospital gown.
We do t-shirts, we do boxers and underwear, shorts, pajamas. We do long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, sweats, and long pants. Depending on what the need is, we can put Velcro on whatever they're wearing. Sometimes we've done special orders with uniforms.
I started on special requests simply because there was a need. They needed to be dressed like all the other people. The indignity of a hospital gown is something else. To me, that was what made the difference, so that they could put athletic shorts on, put t-shirts on, and do what they needed to do to heal. It allows them the ability to open a garment for treatment and close it back. They can actually do it themselves.
Without So Much Comfort, our mission here really wouldn't be complete. They're one of our many volunteers, but they are key in our wounded warriors feeling at home here.
Our wounded have done so much. They've suffered so much. This is the least I can do, and I want to give back. And when you see a young man or a young woman smile when you give them the clothes, it's all worth it.
It's been a hard day's night, and I'm working like it all.
We've got Abbey Road on the River. It's a 5-day Beatles tribute festival. This is the first time we brought the festival to DC. It's been in Louisville, Kentucky for about 6 years, and we have the largest collection of Beatles memorabilia on site as well from various vendors and collectors.
It's about the music of the best rock and roll band ever. Oh, it's great. I mean, the people were dancing, everybody's smiling. It's a perfect day.
And you know, there's a lot of camaraderie between the musicians here too, which is you don't find at a lot of festivals.
You're in my way.
I'm sorry.
Well, I think this concert in particular is really special because it shows you the influence of the Beatles. I mean, you look alone right now, I think you have 30 different bands covering the Beatles 30 years, 40 years after the Beatles, were peaking. It really kind of speaks to their music and the impact they had, back then. It's still around now.
The
Beatles are probably like the greatest rock band ever, and I've just I'm a huge fan, so I've always liked them, and it's inspired me a lot.
We were the youngest band that played here today, so that's pretty cool.
We're having a great time. Beautiful day, great music, best music ever, the Beatles.
All generations like it. It's just the best music there is.